You a Star Wars fan? Because you'll be amazed at number one, that a lot of women might be into the shit that you're into, but you're so worried about her judging you that you don't give it half a chance. But also some of the things that you're not into, you'll be amazed at how women would want to get into it because they want to get closer to you.
A lot of times they say shit like, "Oh, I'm free on weekends," or I'm usually free on Thursdays," or whatever the hell. So if it makes sense, then I schedule a date.
If she really liked you from the get-go, there would be no reward system you would have to look for to do anything for, right? Because it would automatically be there, And I like to do this in conversation sometimes. When you're speaking with somebody and you'll hear a girl say something like, "I'll never do this," or "I don't like this," or "I don't like that." And then you'll notice you'll say, "Nah, I kind of like it. I like it when blah, blah, blah." And she's like, well, yeah, when you say it like that, I like it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you switched up awfully fast for somebody that just really said they don't like something. And so, there's always been clues out there for fellas to understand, like, yo, if they really like you, they will change their whole political party.
They're not giving her real instruction. They're not letting her know what it really is. And most dudes don't do it. Most dudes don't say what it is because they're afraid to hear no, or they're afraid to bring up sex too early and all of this and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no, and it's like I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. If you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it
is. For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great. So I like it.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. The smoothness. So,
but even then, Jay Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him, right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's right there, Jay Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right? So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right? So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like
Kerry K set in the blaze, sagging. Miles Cunham with the game so tight. J. Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactics sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. J. Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
Yeah.
Go. I can't hear you, Jay. There you go.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
What's good? What's good?
Hey, yeah, man.
I did my favorite
fellas.
thing, man. Woke up breathing.
And there you go. Real shit.
Hey, look, there's a lot of people who either didn't wake up at all
Mm,
or they woke up clinging to life.
mm.
Like, this is my last breath and shit. Or they woke up
Yeah.
and didn't have a roof over their head.
Hey, shout out to Robert Duvall and them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Um,
Shout out to, yeah.
Real quick, shout out to Duke Lux for the 20 Norwegian Chrome. What are we talking about today? Incorporate her. Don't bend your life around her. Miles, I ain't even gonna lie. You and L had the live stream yesterday, and I said, you know what? We need to kind of piggyback off that, but we also need to go into something you were saying, which is you should already have a life. You should already have things that you're doing, whether it be hobbies, interests, and the woman should see that when she comes into your world.
Mhm.
Right. So again, we're talking about incorporate her. Don't bend your life around her. But before we get into that, though, gentlemen, what you got going on, Miles J. Roman?
All right, well, guys, like I was letting y'all know yesterday, shea butter season is almost over. I literally have 5 jars left. So make your order because it is not coming back until probably October, November. So make sure you guys go to Cunningham Elements and order your shea butter, get your soaps, and also get your fragrance, man. We got the Masculine Identity OG and we got the Masculine Identity Sport. So make sure you get that. And also, don't forget to go to shoplucario.com and get your online dating consultation with Mr. Lucario and April MC. They will get you right. I guarantee it, man. They will get you right. Like you guys wasting your money every month on these dating apps, but you don't really know what you're doing. Go get that dating online dating consultation. Go to shoplucario.com and get that, man. Shout out to the gentleman on the panel. Shout out to the chat, and let's get it.
So that sounds like you should only have 2 orders for that shea butter because somebody needs to stack up if that's it.
Real talk. Real
Till
talk.
October. So you guys will stack up if you keep wanting that same scent to smelling good and everything.
Yeah.
And you know, go on and stack up on that.
Facts.
Let me say that. Oh, go ahead, J. Roman. Go ahead.
No, I'm just, I'm happy to be here on time. I'm happy to be here on time.
Yeah, there you go.
Look, y'all don't give me no flack for it, and I understand that, but I give myself flack because I'm a certain type of man.
Real shit.
Right? So it bothers me, but I got a lot of stuff to take care of. I try to take care of at this time.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it's too much. It's on me. It's always on me. But, when I'm on time here, ain't nothing. I should be on time, but it just bothers me when I ain't.
The best way to hold people accountable is to allow them to hold themselves accountable.
Facts. Yes, sir.
It's just respect, man. Y'all do a lot of hard work for this. And I appreciate me being on here and just respect. So, blame my mind, not my heart when I'm late. But it's just a respect thing, man. So I'm here on time. I'm gonna keep trying to do it. Well, I hate the word try, so we're gonna make it happen. So
yes, sir. We're gonna make it happen.
There we go. There we go. So we here, guys. The call-in line. I don't have any videos, fellas. We just gonna give it to these niggas raw and uncut. What that nigga Method Man say? No OJ, no straw. Give it to me, yeah. Give it to me raw.
Yeah.
Mom's gonna be like, this nigga always reciting East
Yeah,
Coast.
that New York shit, man. Everybody want to be from New York and shit.
Hey,
I mean, they were the only. I mean, you know, there wasn't a lot of underground we heard around the world.
Nigga. That's what
that was it. The commercial
guys. Shit. That's what I grew up on.
Yep.
I didn't even know about Texas shit until I moved to Texas.
Wait, where did you grow up?
Well, my father was in the military, but I grew up in DMV, Virginia, DC,
Oh,
Maryland.
So you was basically an East Coast nigga then. All right.
Yeah, I was on the East Coast. Well, up until I was 11. So, but most of my adolescent years, I had snowy winters and it was cold and all of that shit. Right?
You was wearing Timbs and fitteds and shit.
Well, I wasn't wearing Timbs until I got older and I can afford them because my parents wasn't buying me none of that shit.
Oh.
That wasn't happening. Shout out to homie with the $100 chrome. Yeah, when we turn real quick. The day that me and my twin turned 16, the very day that we turned 16, my mama woke us up and said, "Y'all getting a job today. Get dressed." She threw us in the whip. And she drove us around. Go ahead.
Shout out to my dudes. That's crazy.
She drove us around to all the fast food restaurants, came in there and said, "Let me speak to the manager." And she said, "My boys need jobs. Are y'all hiring?"
Golly.
So we got the Burger King, right? And we got the Burger King. Boom, they hired us on the spot. You know what I'm saying? They told us to come back for training. So shout out to Mom. Mom said, "I ain't doing it. Y'all old enough to make your own money. Fuck that." Right? So
she's like, I ain't gonna be going to work and y'all just sitting here.
Right.
Well, she had 4 boys. It was 4 of us. Shout out to Mom. You know, I mean, my father was there, but you know,
there's 6 of us, and so I got 6 brothers, so seven boys, and we didn't know we was getting rented out. Like I've been cleaning people's backyards and doing all these extra chore stuff. We weren't getting the money, but you know there was money exchange. Later on, we found out like, oh man, we thought we was being nice to a whole bunch of people.
Well, Jay Roman, you know what's so funny? And this is what people don't understand. And shout out to Denzel Washington for the movie Fences. Every man needs to go see that movie, regardless of what race. And I'm gonna tell you why. People forget that back in the day when people had land and farms, they weren't having kids out of love. Nigga, they were having kids because they needed some working hands, bro.
Yeah.
That's what the kids were for. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, people made shit too much about feelings and love and not about duty. Like, motherfucker, you're here for a purpose, which goes to this title. Incorporate her. Don't bend your life around her. Guys men forget that anyone you have in your life should serve a purpose.
Facts.
Not a superficial purpose, but a tangible one that makes your life a little bit easier. This is look, real quick, and I'm gonna pass it to y'all. If I'm dealing with a woman and she's showing up and she getting piped, and she's not doing anything other than just showing up and getting piped, why would I give her more access where she could invest more of her emotions, and then I got to deal with her? I got to manage that situation even more, where she's not bringing anything but sex, right? But if you have a woman who is actually bringing tangible value to your situation from a practical aspect, you can see why you investing in her makes sense, because she's investing in you. She's investing in your situation. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to y'all. Let y'all speak to it.
Well, you know, again, you know, like like a lot of the stuff we spoke about yesterday, you know, goes, you know, the same for today, but just, it's really about an identity, guys. It's really about having a life, designing a life, looking at the things that you enjoy, looking at the things that interest you and making it happen. Like, for example, you know, like we were just talking about Wu-Tang, we were just talking about music and all this stuff. Like if you got a favorite artist and you really love that artist and you never been to a concert, or you never, you know, went out of your way to go to an event or any type of thing associated with them, or you never went to a spot where they was playing their type of music or anything like that. All I'm saying is that you're doing yourself a disservice, where you're not really you're not leaning into your interest. You're not really appreciating your interest, because like on the masculine identity membership, right? I have a video about gratitude, but I also have a video about appreciation. And what a lot of guys don't understand is that it's one thing to be grateful for something, but it's another thing to appreciate something. And what I mean by appreciate is I look at it like real estate, right? If you own a house in the neighborhood, right? And for whatever reason, they start to build a Walmart in that neighborhood, that house will go up in value. You understand? If other people in the neighborhood start fixing up their homes and making additions and doing landscaping and everything looks good, your house will go up in value. You understand? If you renovate the kitchen and, repave the driveway and shit like that, your house will go up in value. That's called appreciation, right? But it takes action for things to appreciate, meaning for things to increase in value. So my thing is, don't just say you like something. Like, take action to appreciate it. Take action to add value to your interest. You understand? If you like computers and you like computer science, then make sure you take some classes to get certified in that shit, right? If you love your physique, then make sure you go to the gym and make sure you take your creatine and your protein shakes and shit. Gratitude in action is appreciation. You take action and you add value through action, and that is appreciation. And my thing to these young men is that a lot of them is like, oh, Miles, you talk about this masculine identity stuff. Where do I start? You start with the things that you enjoy. You start with the things that interest you, and you build your life around that. And then when the woman comes around, more than likely you should be meeting her when you are doing those things. When you're going around adding value, taking action and doing your things, that's where you want to meet her. You don't want to meet her on the outskirts of what your life is about, right? You don't want to meet her in some peculiar place that you hardly ever go to, because what that really means is that she's not. I mean, of course, there are always exceptions to the rule, but the point I'm trying to make is that you have a better chance of finding compatibility. You have a better chance of sharing common interests. You have a better chance that the attraction that you facilitate between you and that woman is actually real, because you actually share interest. And when you're going around taking action in your own interests and in the things that make you who you are, and you're appreciating things, when you meet, those type of things will be authentic. Those type of things will be real. And so you don't have to do so much second guessing and worrying about, oh man, does this chick really like me? And is it high interest? And what should I do? And she's cute, but I'm not sure. And all this other shit. It's like, no, it's like, I met her doing this. And we have something to talk about. And I don't have to worry about trying to come up with things to talk about, because we was at an event where we shared mutual interests. And my character is who I am. This is who I really am. And I'm meeting her in an environment that nurtures who I really am. So there's no reason to fake. There's no reason to bullshit. And like, a lot of you niggas think this whole game shit is about running game and trying to trick women into being attracted to us. No, we put ourselves in the correct places through authentic action of our interest. And that's when we meet these chicks. That's when we make real connections with people. And it's not just for women either. It's for meeting people with real friendships. And like I said, mutual interest. Like shit, the guys on this panel.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, we collaborate and we do these things and we share common interests because of our authenticity, because of the things we talk about. A lot of the times we don't always exactly believe the same thing, but a lot of things are parallel because we are on these panels expressing our masculine identity and being exactly who we are. And so we attract like-minded individuals. That's how it works. So again, it's not just about women, but again, you got to be authentic in your gratitude for yourself, and then not just gratitude, but appreciation, which is gratitude in action.
There you have it. Mr. Justin, what's good, man? Welcome.
Mr. Justin in
What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
Yeah, just enjoying a great day. It's gonna be almost 50 degrees today here in New York, so I'm happy about that.
Nice.
But yeah, things are good, man. And I've figured out a new pathway for some people who have curiosity. It's a dominance field guide. And later on in the show, I'll put the link available, and people can get that. They just put in their email, and then they'll be sent the dominance field guide, and then they'll receive a bunch of following emails giving some good advice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
all in all is good.
Nice.
All right, so fellas, go ahead, Jay Roman. You were saying something?
No, just speaking on, what
Now,
Miles
Jay,
was
real
talking
quick,
about.
have you noticed
Yeah,
a
yeah.
difference? Have you noticed a difference? Have you noticed anything that's different? Just think about it.
Your connection is good.
Right now, the connection is nice.
And let's not talk about it too much. Let's not jinx nothing.
Let's not jinx it, and we're not bringing out the term zagging right now. So you're not zagging. Everything looking clear. You're using the mic. It's all good.
It's looking good. That's what's up.
That's what's up, man. You stepping up on that, huh?
I don't want to talk about it no more. Continue talking.
Okay, here we go. No, I'm a very methodical person, so I'm a step-by-step person on a lot of things I do, and I always think step-by-step how to help somebody understand exactly what we're talking about. And I always love it when you say not every case, Miles, because everybody is so black and white. They be like, I'm not trying a new place with nobody. Like, no. It's okay to try new places with somebody, but if that's your interest of saying, hey, I like to try new places. But I will say this, the first step to me would be them finding their own identity. And I think a lot of times it's hard for guys rolling with other guys to really know exactly what they like. Like, you may have a set of friends, but all your set of friends may not have the same interest that you have.
Right.
Or it might just be two out your group, or it might just be you. And I think sometimes guys really need to understand, am I following somebody or am I walking with them? And that's a total difference. It's very interesting when we were all in Florida and we're walking down the street. It damn near looked like we was all going in different directions. But we're going in the same directions. It looked like we didn't all know each other. The spacing between each other and everything is, you would think, like, I'm not sure if they're all together, but we're all going that way. It's just, we all had our eyes all caught different things that we were interested in and what we were looking at, and we just went and examined what that was.
Right.
We didn't need everybody else. And I think sometimes it's hard for guys to understand that they need to examine, am I walking with this group or am I following this group that I'm with? And those are two different things. And it's very important that you decipher that, because you're leading to make your own identity. And I think it's hard to know your interest if you don't know your interest, right? You don't know your own identity and what you like to do individually. Like to do, what do you take time to look up, and what do you take time to do on your own that you're interested in? So you can't invite anybody into a non-interest area, because then you'll be following their interests the whole time. Hey, I like seafood. Yeah, me too. Let's try this new seafood. Okay, let's try that new seafood. Yeah, you might like seafood, but it really wasn't something you were into, this restaurant or whatever. You're just following, because a lot of guys who don't want to admit it, I'm gonna just dare to say it, a lot of them are afraid to be on their own.
Yep.
Like, a lot of guys are afraid to be on their own, stand on their own. And I'm not talking about away from a chick. I'm talking away from friends or people or whatever. They got to call around before they go to a new restaurant. They got to call around before they see a movie. They got to call around before they get tickets to the game. And, hey, do you want to go? No, I don't want to go. Yeah, I'll just do it a different day. Nah, if I want to go that day and I got the time, I'm going to do that. And I think more guys need to take time and figure out their own individuality and then move from there.
So let's jump into incorporation versus accommodation. I had a consultation, and that same gentleman, I think he's scheduled on another one, so I'm going to be speaking to him soon. So during one of our consultations, I'm asking him, what are you into? What are your interests? What are your hobbies? What do you like to do by yourself without anybody else? He said, eat ice cream, right? Because for whatever reason, all these guys want to do ice cream dates with chicks, right? Everybody wants to do ice cream dates now, right? So he said ice cream. He said his favorite thing to do with ice cream. So he set up a date. And I said, did you tell the woman when you first met where you wanted to take her? He said, well, I didn't know where I wanted to take her, but I just knew I wanted to take her for ice cream. I'm like, how can your favorite thing to do when it comes to chick kicking it be eating ice cream when you don't even know what place you could take her? So he asked another friend for good ice cream places to take this chick. I'm like, bro, How can eating ice cream be your favorite thing to do when you're asking a third party where to go?
Yes.
Guys, here's the mistake that y'all make, right? When we talk about incorporation versus accommodation, a lot of you guys, the only time you do anything eventful with your life or in your life is when women are there.
Yeah. Right.
That's the only time you get out. That's the only time you eat out. A lot of you guys, you do not get dressed and go to a restaurant where there's a waiter or waitress serving you unless there's a bitch there, right? You ain't never did that, right? A lot of you guys, like even when it comes to like museums or maybe like what's that shit called, painting and wine and all of that. Because I like all of that shit myself. But a lot of y'all don't do that kind of shit unless there's a woman giving you suggestions, telling you what she likes. And this is usually what happens. And I'm getting ahead of what I want to talk about. But I want to say this because I want guys to understand. A lot of you guys who have trouble with relationships ending and you feel all lonely and you want the bitch back, it's because the woman provided structure for you. She provided things for you to do.
Woo.
Right?
Yep.
So now that she's not there, you're like, I don't want to go eat because she's not with me. I don't want to go to the movies because that's literally how y'all live y'all life. I'm going to pass it to y'all.
Yeah, it's all indication that there's a couple things going on. One is groupthink. This is a very, very widespread sort of thing amongst guys is groupthink. And you really cannot, you have to first recognize that you're part of it. Like if you realize that you're thinking the way other people are thinking, you're probably part of groupthink. That means you're not able to think on your own. You don't have a mind of your own. You're part of like a hive collective. Okay. And that's just not good for manhood. And then the other thing that guys got to understand is that manhood, and I say this a lot on my own channel, is that it's a solitary path. It's a wide enough for only your footsteps, and that's it.
Facts.
Like you work on this path, you are alone. You might have comrades, but they're not on the path with you. They're like over there, like 10 meters off to the right on their own path. And occasionally maybe you can go over and say like, hey, you good? Or they come to you, hey, you good? Like just checking in on you. All right, cool. And there's that. But aside from that, like you're pretty much alone. You're alone on this journey. And it's gonna feel like crap until you get to the point of realizing that you are in the best company possible.
Right.
If you don't think you're in the best company possible, then you're gonna feel really alone. And then the last thing I want to say before we hit this call is that young John the Sauce God, he mentioned it. I was thinking the same thing. This whole ice cream thing, it's again because guys aren't thinking from themselves and they picked it up from Steve.
There you go. Shout out to Steve the Dean.
Pretty much.
So 531, you were on live with the Manhood is a skill set show. Name, age, city. Where did you send it?
Yeah, this Prodigy, man. I sent it to Miles in the game.
All right. I see you, Prodigy. Appreciate you, man. What's your question there?
No, I just want to give a shout out to you and Lucario, man. I just stumbled across a clip way back in 2018. I think it was called like, do you like respect your masculinity?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a married chick I was dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and her and her dad, you know, well, not her and her dad, but her and her husband.
Okay.
And you guys like helped me circumnavigate this situation, you know. So I just want to give a shout out to y'all too. Like it's pretty much it, man.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you, man. Good to hear from you too, man. How's everything been?
Everything been good.
That's
you
what's
know, just doing what I do pretty much, man. But yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what's up, man. Good to hear from you. And stay safe. Thanks for the support, brother.
For sure.
All right, take it easy. Yes, sir. Yeah,
Right.
And he brings up a good point. Like, you know, the based on the title, it's really about respect for your own life. You know, for your schedule, for your program, for you, for your lifestyle, and for everything that you stand for.
Let me add this to what he said. He could have looked up a place, right? I don't even like that, guys. If you have to look up a place to take a woman to, you've never been there before.
You never been there, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Guys,
No social life.
stop taking. Here's my one caveat. Here's my one caveat. If you are in a long-term relationship, marriage, or whatever it is, and your woman, like for instance, she knows you like Thai food or just any Asian cuisine, and she happens to tell you, "Hey, babe, there's a new restaurant, that opened up. They serve Thai food. Maybe we should go there." She can suggest something, right? But she's put in the work to suggest something. Or if there's a new movie out, baby, I don't know if you know that this particular movie is out, we should go, right? Especially if she knows it's a movie that both of y'all would be into. That's completely different from you guys meeting new bitches and going to brand new places with new chicks.
Right.
And I don't think guys understand what you're doing is you're centering your life around a woman. That's what you're doing. So you're taking her to places you never would have went to or researched had you not met her. The fact that you are Googling shit to take a bitch to is a problem.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
You should
For
be
me,
it before you even met the chick.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Guys,
Or at least just seen it as you were walking about. Like last night.
right there. And I'm cool with that too, Justin.
My son and I, we went to see that movie Goat, which is actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is.
If you're into animated films. So we went and saw that last night. We were in Williamsburg, and I don't go to Williamsburg very often, right? So we were just walking to the theater, and I noticed like a couple of like really cool restaurants. I'm like, oh, I got to remember that. Like that place looks really fucking nice.
Yeah.
And so it's just mental notes while you're out. You don't even necessarily have to have already been there, but you're just out enough to see the world around you as saying like, oh, that's something I would engage with. That's something I would engage with, right? So it's like if you're not getting out, then that's going to be the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this. If you're not doing that, like at least have hobbies, right? Because that also builds a life, or like it builds something. It builds more of you, right? Instead of you're just this dude who like works, maybe possibly goes to the gym and like, I don't know, doom scrolls and plays Call of Duty. Like that's not a life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you got to have more like substance to you. Because then you can even call the woman to your place. If you're just like, hey, I'm not taking women out anywhere. Like, fuck that. I'm not spending money. I don't care if it's $5 for ice cream. Fuck that. She can come see me.
Right.
Well, it'd be nice if like maybe like you had substance in your private life where you just like, there's just like what, an air mattress and a beanbag chair and your console. Like, come on, you know, like have something of your life that if she does come into it, there's something there, you know, besides you and your like, I don't know, your emptiness.
Right.
I got no, I'm really sitting here thinking like, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't mind him calling friends as his resources and saying, I'm looking for a spot like this. What is it? But that's not where the research would stop at though. Like, I think sometimes guys, they have these conversations because I learned stuff from everybody. Like, you know, somebody say, hey, man, I found a new lounge spot. It's really nice. It's over here. So, you know, or if I'm calling around
in passing.
Right. But even if I'm calling around and say, hey, I'm looking for a new lounge spot. Because like recently I was looking for a new cigar spot. I called some people. Hey, man, I'm looking for a new cigar spot.
But it's for you, though. It's not for no bitch.
And that's the point that that's the point I'm trying to make, though. Because I want guys to get the full essence of what we're talking about.
Right.
Because I know they're black and white. When they hear something, they get so robotic on it because they want what we're talking about. You know, they really want it and they want to do the work for it. So I'm not knocking any of the guys. Use your resources, but that doesn't the reason why is the matter, right? Yeah. If it's just for the date and you haven't been there, okay, but did you go by there? Did you check out the vibe? Did you check out the people in there?
Right.
You know, now I have friends of all nationalities.
Right.
So they might think one spot is cool as hell. I go in there and it's like they're looking at me like, hey, what you doing up in here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, now for my buddy, yeah, it felt real good. It's comfortable. So he's telling me, hey, that's a cool vibe over there. When I go there, it's not so cool as the vibe.
Cowboy hats. There's too many cowboy hats in that room. Like we can.
Well, see, I like the cowboy hats. But you know,
it can't be too many though. It can't be too many.
Yeah, it can't be too many. So my thing is, it doesn't negate you doing your own research. It doesn't negate you getting out and doing things for you. That's the whole purpose. Is for you. I'm with Zag. If you don't really like ice cream, if you got to search for an ice cream spot,
facts,
right? You're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
And you're trying to be smooth and just do something different because maybe you heard Steve say it. So you're trying to give her a different date. So you're still trying to appease her because it's not really you.
Right.
So, you know.
Let me add this. And buying Briars at the grocery store and then scooping that shit into a bowl when you're at home is not what true ice cream lovers do. Like, you snacking, nigga. You snacking. That's all you doing.
Hey, Zag, let me explain to you how much I love ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I found out like it was like it may have been 2 years ago. Breyers stopped. Breyers is not even ice cream anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Because Breyers used to be my favorite, one of my favorites. You understand? But when I found out that they went from ice cream to it said dairy like
product,
dairy treat or frozen dairy dessert. It's not labeled ice cream anymore because they do some different shit with it now. They use xanthium gum and Arabic gum and all this other shit to actually make it. And because it used to be just cream, sugar, and whatever flavoring they used to put, and it used to be real natural and good. That's why I used to like it. But I don't fuck with them anymore because they changed the formula. So that's why when the kid called in the other day about Cold Stone, I was like, I don't fuck with Cold Stone. Like, there's only certain places I fuck with ice cream: Kilwins, Haagen-Dazs, and a few other mom and pop places. Now, I really fucks with ice cream. Like when I went to Italy, I've been to Italy. I was at the gelato shop all day, every fucking day. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And the beautiful part about that is that I didn't have any lactose issues because they use way better cream and ingredients in Italy. Pressure. So when I say that I like ice cream, bro, I'm so serious.
Miles,
I hear these motherfuckers calling in with their fake ass interest in ice cream. It actually offends me.
You get Miles on some real shit, real quick. I've been to Italy. I've been to Rome and a couple other places in Italy, and I had gelatos. There's no comparison. Once you have gelato, that regular American ice cream shit, there's no comparison. So you're absolutely right. Italians know what they're doing. Shout out to Unique.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Mr. Justin.
I want to say this thing too. It kills me when I hear guys say, "Oh man, if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't know about this and I wouldn't understand that." She opened up my horizons, man, and it's because she made me. Like when I hear guys talk like that, it makes me feel. It makes me like think like, so are you telling me that you were like you had no life until your woman came into your life? Like that's, and you actually proud of saying that? Like you're actually proud of fucking saying that? Like that's.
I was out here running wild until I met her.
Yeah.
Oh! I've heard a lot of guys.
And here's the thing. No, real quick, I'm gonna finish it up. And that's the issue with a lot of guys. A lot of guys, they are so unaware of their value that they literally, like you said, Mr. Justin, they literally just go to work and come home, watch TV or play video games, go to work and come home. They don't even realize that they could add to themselves by expanding their horizons, taking up hobbies and going out and experiencing things. But you got it, Kay.
No, let me say this to what Justin was saying earlier about when he's out, you know what I'm saying, with his peoples, he might see something, but like, you know what, I'm gonna go check that out. To your point, right? And I want guys to understand what he's saying. If you're out and about and you see whatever spot and you say, I'm gonna go to that new spot. And let's say you plan on going Friday at 9 p.m. But before you get to Friday, 9 p.m., you meet a couple of women before you get to Friday, 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, look, I'm going to be doing XYZ Friday at 9 p.m. Why don't you join me? Even though you haven't been there.
Right.
To Justin's point. It's a spot you already saw on your own that you planned on going to by yourself. Now that you have this pretty young thing you just met, you're like, you know what? I'm going to have her join me.
Yeah.
I 100% agree that works too. Y'all got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, the sad part is that Miles, you're talking about basically like having substance, and the same dudes will want to be leaders. They'll want to have her follow him.
Right.
They'll want to be the head, right? They'll have all these talking points like men should be the head, right? And wanting to have all the spoils, right? And it's like you look at leaders. I mean, look at like great leaders of history. You know what I'm saying? They weren't like nothings. You know what I'm saying? Like there was like real somethings there. You know, like you look at great leaders, they wrote books that affected people for generations after them. You know, like Marcus Aurelius and shit like that. They made a mark because they were full with themselves. I'm not saying they were full of themselves. They were full with self. And there's a difference. And so they were very full people, so much that they spilled out. They like had to share, you know what I'm saying? Because they had cultivated their self so much. And this is what women want to get behind. They can't get behind a nothing. There's nothing to get behind.
They can't learn anything from you.
Right. There's nothing there. What are they going to learn? That you get up and go to work and then come home? Like you like how to order DoorDash? Like what? Like what are they getting behind? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because like, sure, like you might have good dick. You might, I don't know, you might have like a gifted gab or whatever, and those are effective, but that doesn't like create addiction. That doesn't create devotion. That doesn't create the strong desire to follow you.
Respect.
Right? Because you're not carving a trail behind you.
Right.
You know, you're just kind of like skimming across the surface of life. And it's like, well, what are you doing? Like put something in the ground.
And even with all that, she asked, what do you want for dinner? And you don't even know. Well, I don't know.
Right.
Like, nah.
You should know.
You ain't even, you said, just you're not even carving the direction, and you don't even know what you're going for dinner.
No, they're just
because
there.
guys,
like,
they wait on women.
Like, you can't just like take up space and then expect a woman to highly desire you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are just consuming oxygen, and that's it.
Right.
Like do more, be more.
Right. I'll say this? Are you good, Kay?
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Okay, because just now when you started talking, Mr. Justin, it made me think of like a time before, right? And it popped into my brain how a woman, right, a man would come home from a hard day of work or whatever. She would bring him his slippers, the paper, maybe his cigar, and maybe his favorite drink. See, I want you, and the reason why I bring this up is because I need you guys to understand that in the before times, when men actually led, it was the men who went out. The women stayed in the house for a reason. They stayed in the house to keep the house, to manage the house, to raise the children, and maintain the peace in the house. But it was the men who went out and were the taste makers. It was the men who went out and knew the new great restaurants and the cigar lounges and the bars and and he would come home and tell his woman, oh, there's a fair, the circus is in town,
or a play or something like that,
and so get the kids ready on Saturday evening and we'll be going to the circus. And the wife would be like, oh, I'm so excited and blah blah blah, thank you honey, and whatever. So I need you guys to understand, like these days, it's like it's the opposite, where so many men are waiting for the women to be the tastemakers. But it was always originally us, the men. And you want to know why? It's because if I'm a well-to-do man, my colleagues, they're opening up their new steakhouse restaurant. And then I'm gonna try it. And then I'm gonna tell my other friend who owns another business, right? Oh yeah. Such and such, my good colleague, Jim, he opened up a steakhouse down on 3rd. You guys should go check it out. And then that's how word of mouth would spread. And it was the men who were the tastemakers. And then they would bring their women out of the house when it was, time to go to dinner and time to take the family out and so on and so forth. So all of this shit today where these dudes are cooped up in the house waiting to actually experience life from getting a girlfriend or some dumb shit like that, you guys got it all wrong. You really got it all wrong. It's us who's supposed to go out and experience life and then tell these bitches what it is. Because listen, and I've said this before. I said, you think bitches like Bugattis just naturally? You think bitches like chilling on yachts naturally? You think bitches like going to Dubai and high-rise apartments naturally? You think bitches like even the expensive bags, you think they like that type of shit naturally? It was a man who invented the bra. Let's be clear. It was a man who invented heels. Let's be clear. Originally, it's us who led all of this shit. So the fact that the modern man is looking today and trying to follow behind the woman and allow her to be the one to affect culture and be the tastemaker and to lead the way, it's the dumbest fucking thing in the world.
Men also invented dildos too. I just want everybody to know. There's ancient dildos that were wooden. I'm just letting everybody know.
No, that's real talk. That's real talk. Because chicks was heavy. Chicks was heavy freaks back in the day.
Yeah, and the vibrator. Yep. So that was actually a cure for female hysteria back in the day.
Yeah, they called it female hysteria.
Yeah. And the doctor was like, "Damn, why is the line for my patients like lining around the block?" All these women,
a bunch of horny women and shit.
Then telling the husband, "Oh, I've got a headache. I need to see the doctor again." But anyways,
pretty much.
So I don't want people to hear. I don't want people to hear what Miles was saying and think of it in the wrong way, because I know they are. They think they hear. Well, I'm not. I'm like, look at the economy. I'm not able to be like this sole provider sort of thing like back in the day. It's not the way it is set up this way like anymore. And that's true. And largely throughout history, most women worked. Like most women were part of a workforce in one way or another. It was very rare, or if you go back far enough in time, then it was just men. But the behavior was not different. Like, it's not like if you look at, like, say, like the 1940s, where a large part of women were working, it's not like they treated their man differently
especially for the war effort,
because she was out, like, working in some factory, like sewing shit or whatever, the behaviors that you're talking about, like you said, like the slippers and the drink and all that stuff, that can still happen. You know what I'm saying? Because from the mindset, going back to the title, it's from the mindset of incorporating her. Okay. Like think of the mindset that's required in order to be in the state of incorporating somebody into something. Like, you have to have something, you have to be something. And
there has to be something there.
Is looking at that and going, that makes me feel a certain way, right? Whether she's working or not is irrelevant, right? That has nothing to do with it. Like, it has to do with how he has cultivated himself.
Right.
And such where she feels comfortable and drawn into like gravity, saying, I want to be near that. That feels good. That feels safe. That feels erotic, like all of those things. And I want to be next to that. I want to eat that up. And when I come home from work, I'm like rushing home to try to like be home before he does, so that I can get his slippers and his drink, because I am so excited to see him. Exactly. I can't wait to see my man. And like, so it has nothing to do with like what we're doing. It has to do with like how you've cultivated yourself and how that affects her. Right.
Okay, real quick. So let's get back. I want to get back to just incorporation versus accommodation. And I just want guys to understand. So I'm gonna try to simplify it, right? So when we talk about incorporation, that's basically she fits into what you've built. So to all the points the fellas was making, you already have a schedule. You already have a mission, standards, boundaries, routines, and you already have a social circle. You already have individuals that you rock with when you get time to rock with them. Now, when we talk about accommodations, right? And that's basically where you restructure yourself for approval. And let me just say this, a lot of guys, that's what you're doing. When you're being accommodating to women and you acquiesce to women and you try and set up dates that you think they would like, you are restructuring yourself for approval. This is where most of you men fall off. So you stop hanging with your friends, right? You change your opinions to avoid conflict. You overextend financially. You soften your boundaries. I think most of you really don't have any. Let me just say this about boundaries. And shout out to Miles. You have to have a masculine identity to actually have boundaries.
Facts.
Right? Because to have boundaries means you know who you are. You have do's, don'ts, and deal breakers already in place for all women. Also, guys, you rearrange your priorities to prove that you care for women. That's what you do. You rearrange your priorities to prove, oh, I do care about you. Watch this. I'll give you a prime example. I had a client, and you know who you are. I hope you're watching, right? So he had a chick that he just met, and he was trying to smash, and she was like, well, I'll let you hit it if you get an STD test first. Right? This is just a casual situation. So he went and literally got the STD test within a day or two. Like, quickly. He went to the doctor quickly. And I'm like, why did you do that? I'm like, why would you rush? Why would you do that? And he says, well, I'm trying to respect her standards and boundaries. So that's why I went and got it. And I'm like, bro, see what you did right there? You rearranged your priorities to prove that you cared about what you thought her standards and boundaries was. No, even when he got the test and he told her about the test, hey, I got it. She didn't say, let me see it. No, she was like, that's nice. That was her response. That's nice. So, and this is what guys don't understand. There's a lot of things that women do where they just want to see how far you're going to go.
Perfect segue. I need you to bring that video in. I just put that video up. This is a great segue. Bring that video up. Now check this shit out. I gotta see this shit. So this is your boy Shannon Sharp, man. And everybody can see it, right?
Yep.
All right.
It asks what's the furthest.
And can y'all hear that?
Yep.
All right, let's get it.
Distance that you travel to, to see somebody, to be intimate with the person.
Right.
And I said I flew from Atlanta to Rome.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I went from Atlanta to JFK to Rome, and then took the train from Rome to Florence.
God damn.
Train, planes, and automobiles to see a bitch.
Yo, 2 planes and a train.
I left on a Sunday. I got there that Monday morning. She met me in Rome. We took the train to Florence.
Yeah.
Came back that Friday. Stayed Friday night, Saturday night, left Sunday, went back home.
God damn, huh? Boy, boy.
Ocho,
for some pussy.
When I say, your boy was hell when he was well.
Yeah.
That's why I keep telling you, Ocho, I don't need to be outside. No, I done been outside.
Yeah. But that's a good story, but that's a lot of traveling, huh?
Yo, I'm telling you, these dudes are the worst, bro.
And you know what's so sad? You know what's so sad about this? A lot of these guys, they're mainly motivated to get money so they can do shit like that.
Exactly.
They're mainly motivated to get money so they can fucking jet set and trick. But in their minds, they don't look at it as tricking. They look at it as player shit. Okay, and it's not player shit, it's payer shit. Okay, guys, just because you have the money, he literally traveled almost 2 days just to have sex, bro. But go ahead, y'all got it.
Nah, man. Let me look. My thing is this dude is cause they talk about looks, money, status, right? I mean, look, no funny shit, but Shannon Sharp, like, he's built. You understand? Like, he's a built dude. He's an all-star NFLer, and he's a fucking millionaire. What are you doing taking 2 planes and a train for pussy? What are you doing? Yo, this is what I'm saying with these cats, Black. It's like everybody from the young guy who's watching our videos, who don't really know himself, all the way up to somebody like Shannon Sharp. And it's like everybody knows who you are and you still don't know who you are. That's crazy.
That's facts. And that's facts. Let me say this real quick. And I did a video talking about women always remember what you did for the sex. They always remember everything you did to get to the pussy. And because a lot of guys, they're walking around, they're talking about, man, I just want a woman who's going to be loyal, a woman who's going to love me. Number one, you shouldn't be looking for none of that. But you'll never get that. A lot of you guys, you will never get a woman who surrenders to you completely because of the things you did to get to the sex. They never forget it, right? Because this is what women inherently know. They know the man that they should submit to, the man they should surrender to, or quote unquote fall in love with, he don't do shit like that. There's a certain way that men move.
That surrender, you should be getting that surrender, or at very least submission. Because surrender is a deeper level of it.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
So you should get at least submission without even touching her. Like, if you got to touch her, if you got to spend money, if you got to do something, then like, you're not him for her. You should just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you should be able to do these things without even touching her. So with the according to the video, I would say that there's no one action that like makes a guy a loser. Okay. What it really has to do is the motivation. right? Because like actions are just actions. They're just things. Like we could make it more micro and just say like taking a woman out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the same as traveling to Florence. It's just a thing that is done that involves a girl. Now you could be a guy who's totally grounded. He's completely like within himself. He doesn't need the girl. He doesn't do this. He doesn't like there's nothing that's like attached to him with validation with respect to the girl. He can do whatever he wants. He can take a girl out. It doesn't even matter. You could have the same sort of situation where a guy does these things and every little thing he does is attached to the validation of a girl. He uses the woman as a means of feeling good about himself. He needs these situations. He needs her validation. He needs her acceptance. And so that dinner takes on a completely different shape. Going overseas takes a completely different shape, you know? So it really has to do not with the action that's happening, but really what the motivation is behind the action. That changes everything. I mean, even just going out and like changing your wardrobe, like, hey, you know what? I need to like update my wardrobe. If you're doing that to impress girls so you seem more attractive to women, you're completely fucked. Just that simple act of going to the store and getting a few new shirts. Like
that right there.
You see what I'm saying? So it's, you guys, it's like, you know, listeners, it's not about specific actions. It's about your mindset in having some like twisted shit going on behind it that makes the difference.
Real quick, shout out to Kobe Lane with the 1999. 3 free questions. If anyone wants to call, we got 3 calls. We got 3 free calls, y'all.
3 free calls. Get it. Go ahead and call in 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300. Please do not call at the end of the show. It's Saturday. We all got things to do. So go ahead and call in. We got 3 free calls, guys.
I would just add to this what was just said.
Real quick. Hold on, real quick. Real quick.
Go ahead, Zach. Go ahead, Zach.
I'll put it right back to you. Guys, if you we'll do the question after you say what you got to say, Jay. Let me just say this. Guys, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat, followed by the question. Also, call in. Go ahead, Jay.
No, just saying, like, if your reasoning does not involve you, it will never turn out the way you think it will turn out.
Facts.
And we can even go as far as people losing weight. If that reasoning doesn't involve you, every guy that loses weight for the wrong reason thinks he's going to step into the room and the girls is going to look at him and be like, oh my God, who is this guy? And then when they don't do that, they got this sour sort of vibe about them that, you know, I should look like I should get women now, but I have to still talk to them. Like
clavicular.
Yeah. It's like, yo, because you didn't do it without you. There's a lot of good things that you guys do. But what makes it sour is that you missed the purpose on why you're doing it. It should be done for you. And it's only sour when you do it for somebody else and you don't get the same results that you thought you were going to get.
Okay, so let me say this to what Justin was saying about intent. Like, what is your motivation? Why are you doing that thing that you do? Right. And for all you guys, when you're talking to women, the words you say, this is why Miles said your language exposes you. The words you use, your sentence structure, the placement of words, it tells a story about you, and it tells a story about how you think. And what guys don't understand is when you're dealing with somebody who's a thinker, and they don't have a surface level view of the world, right? They're gonna pick apart what you're doing in a quicker fashion, right? This is why a lot of you guys, you'll run into a woman who started off being attracted to you, but when you do certain things or your motivation is revealed, oh, this is why he's doing this. He's searching for validation. He has low self-esteem. He's insecure. And let me just say this about that. You can't hide your insecurities from women or your lack of self-assuredness. Women will see it. You cannot hide it. So, you know, the PUA and a lot of these goofy guys on the internet, they're trying to give you guys logical steps. Hey, if you say this, if you do this, then this will happen. When it comes to attraction, there's nothing logical about attraction at all. There's nothing logical about attraction. It's all emotion-based. So the mere fact that you're trying to use logic to approach dealing with women, it don't work. The only time you should be practical and logical is when it comes to your choices. Like, so even if you're sexually attracted to a chick, when it comes to inviting that woman back to your spot or even getting at her and setting up a date, the logical choice would be, is she listening to what you're saying? is she moving in accordance with how you needed to move? Then logically, she gets the invite. If she's not, logically, she doesn't, right? But when it comes to just attraction, it's emotion-based, right? But we got this question. So he says, my truth is that sex is purely for procreation. Is that your truth or the truth? Okay, guys, I want you to understand there's a difference between the actual truth or facts versus your actual personal experiences. He says, my truth is that sex is purely for procreation, but I'm not that interested in a relationship. I want to be free. Should I tell a woman from the gate or should I let her experience me first? Okay, let me say this and I'll pass it to you guys. And I want you guys to get into the habit of saying less. Say less to women.
Real talk.
Like, you don't have to literally sit a woman down and give her the outline. Look, I'm going to fuck you like once a week. I'm going to purposefully be emotionally unavailable. I'm not going to get close to you, right? So I'm only going to call you when I want to hit that. Okay, are you cool with that? You don't got to do all of that. You don't got to say all of that. Guys, okay, I'll put it to you just simplistic, and I'll pass it to y'all. Even in a fuck buddy scenario, all you got to do is invite the woman to the crib, dick her down, get your ass out of the bed. She gonna get dressed. She gonna leave. Tell her, hit me up when you get home or when you get to where you're getting safe. Boom. She hits you up. You hit her up and be like, hey, that shit was fun. Let's do that shit same time, same day next week. She either gonna say yes or no. And all you got to do is string your moments together. Is do that.
Right.
Is keep doing that. Women are not dumb. Women will get the picture. This is what women will see. He basically, when he's done having sex with me, not when I'm done, when he's done, he's getting the fuck up out the bed. He's getting dressed. He's walking me to the door. He never calls me for anything other than, you want some old dick? I got that for you. That's the only time he called me.
That's it.
Women can look at that and say, he don't want nothing serious. Y'all got it.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, fuck that. Let me know when you got home safe, because that's bullshit. I think that most guys really don't care. They just, like what we were talking about with like groupthink and following along and whatever. They just do that because it's like that's what's been done. But if you really ask, do you actually care of her safety at this moment? Like you literally just met her X amount of time ago and it's been very short. Like how do you have that level of care for such a stranger? You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit to then like kind of like placate to like, I'm this guy who like cares. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. It's not the reason.
It's in the same way that like when guys say like, "Hey, like, what's that book you're reading?" You don't
hold on, Justin. Hold on.
That's not my reason.
Yeah, that's not my reason either.
The reason, no. The reason is not because you care. That's not the reason. At least that's not the reason why I tell my clients.
That's not my reason either.
Or anybody that listens to me, that's not the reason. The reason why you do that is because you want proof of amicable, like when the last time you saw me or the last time you communicated with me, it was amicable. That's why you do that. So
that's why you're saying, let me know when you got home safe.
Yeah, it's all about proof.
It's safe for all of us.
Because a lot of women, the intent behind it is not because you care or because you're trying to like get brownie points. The intent is to make sure that we have proof that when you left me, and you got to your next destination, whether you got home or you went to the nigga that you wanted to fuck that night, you text me and let me know that you were good. Hey, I got home safe. I had a good time. So that means, Your Honor.
I hear you. It's like along the lines of like consent and that sort of thing. I get you.
And just in case she disappears, the phone pings somewhere.
Right. I
the
got
phone
you.
ping, because I don't know her world, right? Her world might be dangerous. She might take a time off just to come and relax with me. I need that phone to ping somewhere else.
When they look at the records, they need to see when he texted, he was at home. When I can guarantee though,
somewhere else. I can guarantee though that guys are not thinking the way you're thinking.
No, they're not.
They're thinking, let me say this so it sounds like I'm a gentleman.
Well, we try to explain it to our guys a certain way, like especially on the memberships. I'm sure that the PUA guys, when a lot of the PUA guys say it, it might be for that reason. But when we say it, it's for proof that everything is in good standing and her welfare, as far as we're concerned, was taken care of. So if she does get trafficked that night or comes up missing, or if you want to change her story, at least I have some type of communication or correspondence that says we had an amicable parting of ways or everything was consensual between us. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of these situations, like, look, bro, I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but every once in a while, a woman will go on a date with a schmuck that she hates, and then she'll leave that date and go with the bad boy or whatever, and probably something will happen that she doesn't like, and then she'll try to blame it on the other guy or something like that. You get what I'm saying?
I've never heard a non-New Yorker use the word smut. I've only heard motherfuckers from New York use that word. That's a funny
Schmuck?
Yeah, I've only because the first time I heard
it's a Yiddish word. It comes
from
American
it's Jewish. It's Jewish. Because the first time I heard it, my Jewish teacher when I was like 13, 14, she said it. She called somebody a smut in the class. I looked at her like, damn, you talking to little kids like that?
But yeah, it's because if you really think about it, like you're saying, Justin, well, what am I gonna do? If you call me and be like, I'm in danger, well, call the police. What you calling me for? Like, what am I going to do?
In his car so fast,
right? So but the thing is, I just want that confirmation, and I don't even say when you get home. Yeah. I say, hey, hit me up when you get to wherever you're going.
Exactly.
Right?
Because you don't know.
Hey, for everybody's safety. It's for everybody. It's really for me.
One more good reason I think too is it's just especially, and this is when like this is when the date goes good and you got maybe have plans for the next date, but it's also to kind of see if she follows instruction. That's another reason that is good. You know what I'm saying? So, the date went good. We got plans to see each other next week, but I need you to text me when you get home, or I need you to text me when you get to your next when you get to your next destination safe. Now, if she does that, that means she's following instructions on something that most people would consider to be, not that important, but she still follows the instructions. So it's also a good indicator that she's willing to take things that you say seriously, even if it's not that big of a deal. You get what I'm saying? So
let me add this. Let me add this. Go ahead, Miles. What are you saying?
No, I was just saying those two reasons.
Okay. Now, let me add this because a lot of guys, when they hear us talk, they're like, "That's a lot of information." And this, let's take the call.
All right. 470, you're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city, and are you taking a free call or are you supporting?
Taking a free call.
Okay, no problem. Name, age, city. Go ahead.
Jalen, 23, from Atlanta.
All right.
Yeah, my question is. Yes, my question is, how do I struggle with getting sex, and I want to know how do I find happiness even though I struggle to get that.
I think you talked about two different things. Which are you talking about happiness or are you talking about sex?
Happiness in the hookup scene.
Happiness in the dating and hookup scene.
I'm gonna let these guys take it, but I want to split these things together. Like your happiness should have nothing to do with sex,
right?
Or dating, or women,
or dating, or women, or anything like that. So is your happiness affected? Is that what you're trying to? Or then the other side is, okay, well, I want some, so how do I get that? Those are two different things. And that might be the issue right there of you not clarifying that there are two different things.
Yep.
Yes, I'm saying, okay, so outside of hooking up, I'm happy elsewhere. But when it comes to like guys mentioning females, like my friends mention females, I get pissed off because I haven't had any sex at all.
Okay, let me talk to him real quick. So you said when your friends mention females, like the fun that they're having, you feel like you're missing out on something?
Yeah.
Okay, so if your friends don't have any problems getting females, how come none of that rubbed off on you? Pause.
Well, so I go out. I went last week on Valentine's Day. I went out to the club and I got that was the first time me going out. So, but I wasn't able to get any action going.
Wait. First time going out like ever?
Yeah.
How old are you?
You trying to run before you crawl.
Sir, how old are you?
23. 23.
23. Okay. Yeah, you're fairly young. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, you should be going out a lot. You should be talking to people a lot. You sound like really low energy. I don't know if you just woke up or something like that, but I think you need to build your social acumen. Okay. You need to build your social prowess. And that is being comfortable socializing and talking to lots of people before you
not just women.
I want to have sex. Like you're jumping the gun, you're putting the cart before the horse. And it's never going to work out well for you, because what's going to happen is that, let's say you quote unquote get lucky, as a lot of fellas like to say, and you do maybe you mac on accident, and you get this girl to come home with you, or you go to her place and you guys fuck or whatever. That's going to lead to a cascade, a domino effect of bad things. You're going to get attached to her. You're going to get all fucked up in the head. It's not going to work out well, because your internal structure is very soft and loose, right? And that's only built up through, it's built up through a number of ways, but one of the best ways to build it up is through a lot of social interaction and getting good with just being out and talking to people.
Let me say this real quick to add to what you're saying, caller. And this is for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys, you're just like the caller, and that's no disrespect to you, caller, to the point that Mr. Justin was making. You're not, when it comes to your social awareness, your social skills, and just being sociable, if you're just really starting to go out at the age of 23, I'm very curious. Let me ask you a question. When you were in high school, how was your high school years? How would you categorize your high school years? How was high school for you?
It was average.
Okay, did you have sex while you were in high school?
No.
Okay, there it is. Okay, all right. So real quick, let me just say this, and have you had sex at all?
First,
have you had sex at all?
No.
Okay, cool. And color, real quick. There is nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, you
right?
good.
I want you to understand. Don't be ashamed. But here's the problem. Okay, the fact that you're 23 and you haven't had sex yet, and the fact that you want to have sex. See, if you did not want to have sex and you were waiting till marriage or something because of your religion, that would be different. But the fact that you want to have sex and you're 23 and haven't had it, that suggests to me that you're not as sociable with women as you need to be. Right? So what's going to happen is you're behind. You're like 5-6 years behind the 8 ball. Right? When it comes to interacting with women, having little high school girlfriends, maybe getting your dick sucked once, even if you didn't fuck. But something should have happened in all of these years, right? The fact that you're 23 and that hasn't happened, that means you're not putting yourself around women for women to actually be attracted to you, for those things to happen. Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna just say this, man. One, there's some late bloomers or some people that ain't had sex until they got older. It's okay. All right. But the mentality behind your thinking, where it affects your happiness,
right,
is where I have the biggest issue at. You not having sex, because your buddies could be having sex, but they ain't telling you about the venereal diseases and the doctors they got to go see to get whatever they got going on. I'm not saying they do, but I'm just saying, like, there's a whole other aspect and responsibility that you need to have when it comes to sex, and you need to know the full thing about it. Children, diseases, there's a lot of stuff that could happen with this wonderful, beautiful act. However, I'm gonna tell you this: your happiness should not be tied to you getting it or not getting it. That should be totally separate. And the way you sound is that you sound depressed that you are not having any sex.
Yeah, which is indication that there's so much underlying structure that is needed to be created that honestly, you really need a guide. You need a mentor in your life. You need to have a coach. It's good if you choose to do this on your own. It's going to take a long time, and there's no guarantee that you're going to figure it out. So, shout out to Steve here in the chat. He got right to the point, and you need a teacher. Like, that's just the answer to it.
So let me say this real quick. And shout out to the homie Steve. Let me say this, Colin. This is what you need to understand. And I actually did a couple of videos talking about sexual frustration, and And Miles, and shout out to you, Miles, because you talk about how there's a fail safe to make sure that sex happens. We are all, every man, every woman is biologically designed and inclined to fuck. Why? To procreate, right? So there are things going on with your body, like you might get horny. You might just wake up horny like fuck. And what's happening, caller, the reason why you are emotionally attached to having sex with women, it comes from sexual frustration. And this is what guys don't understand about sexual frustration. It can take a psychological toll on you. It can take a psychological toll on you being sexually frustrated, but it's not just the sex. It's everything around it. It's the affection, it's dealing with other human beings and having positive experiences. So it's not just the act of releasing and busting a nut, because if that was the case, you can go to the bathroom and let loose all day. You know what I'm saying? If it was just about busting a nut. So what it is you're craving human interaction. So it's not just the act of fucking, but you are sexually frustrated, which is why you get angry and you feel away. But to Steve's point, who's your teacher? Who are you reaching out to for consultations?
I never had a mentor.
Oh, do you is your pops in your life, or you got uncles or anything like that?
Yeah, but they waited till marriage to have sex, so they don't. I don't talk. They don't advise me to do that, but I still want to do it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Then you need a guide. You need to hire a guide.
Yeah.
Because your friends aren't getting you there.
Yeah, and you don't even know if they're telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Because guys love telling fish stories. They love telling us how big the fish they got and how many fish they caught and all this stuff. They love that stuff. So I just wouldn't believe any of that stuff. Like, just find yourself a good teacher if you don't have a grounded man in your life who knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you this though, real quick.
Go ahead.
It's so important you do find a teacher, because one, Atlanta is a hot spot for diseases. I'm just letting you know.
Well, it's a hot spot for a lot of other shit too.
So we're gonna go for diseases. So my thing is, having sex is a responsibility that you need to take care of yourself.
It is.
Right? We all love the act, but there's certain aspects of that act that we have to be responsible. So I don't want you to get to such a desperate spot where you just have sex with anybody and it affects the rest of your life. So, and there's also a mental aspect of it. And I hope you understand that through what all the coaches here have been saying, is that it not only is it a physical, but it's tied mentally to you. Now, it shouldn't be like that, but it is, and that's okay because it's natural, like Zag was saying. But at the same time, I think you need somebody to teach you how to crawl before you walk and run, because you have to be able to openly just talk to anybody walking by you on the street, at the grocery store, or somewhere. Hey, how you doing? That's building up that desperateness that's not going to be seen on you anymore. You're starting to coach yourself in armor of comfort and confidence to be able to speak, to be able to tell people what you want. And that's going to help you when it's time to say, hey, this is what I want from you, and say it in a confidence way. You have this armor of confidence about you from speaking to different people. Go ahead, Zach.
My bad. I keep going in and out the mute shit. My bad, Jay Roman. But let me just say this real quick. Sex is good and all of that, and dealing with women is good. But here's the thing, right? And when you have sex younger, you're learning as you go along, right? But because you're 23, right, you still need to be grounded in your masculinity and who you are as not only a person, but a man. You need to be grounded in who you are. And this is why it's important. When we talk about things like honor, integrity, and dignity, a lot of guys that talk about sex-related dating advice, they don't talk about manhood shit. They don't really talk about being grounded in who you are, knowing who you are, and presenting that to the world in the most authentic way that you can. So in your pursuit of trying to get sex, caller, you can easily lose yourself and be at the mercy of women who are way more experienced than you and can manipulate your ass to tears, right? So what I don't want you to do is get out here and just, let me find a chick that's gonna fuck me because I want to bust a nut and I'm sexually frustrated. No, at the end of the day, even though you're interested in having sex with women, dealing with women, you still need to be grounded in who you are first, right? Because what's going to happen, this is probably what's going to happen. The first piece of pussy you're going to get, you're going to be whipped, you're going to try and cuff the chick, you're probably going to be kind of, emotional about her not texting you back quick enough, and all kinds of things are going to happen because you're not used to it yet. You haven't experienced what it's like to have those type of feelings associated with a woman. Y'all got it.
Mm-hmm. So I would right now, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm a result sort of based person. So I think you need to, look at Sunday show, look at this show, and maybe contact one of these gentlemen on the back end to say, hey, this is what's going on. And I'm ignorant when it comes to sex, and ignorant ain't a bad word. I know people use it as a bad word. It just means lack of knowledge. We're all
ignorant of something.
Yeah, just lack of knowledge. But you have to admit that you have this lack of knowledge when it comes to it. And that's partly why you called the show. Like subconsciously, you're making steps where you need to make. You just need to complete it. Getting some coaching on the back end and say, hey, this is the issue. How can I make this happen? And right now, I want you to get off the phone call without being so down about not having it. You got your whole life ahead of you, man. Not having it for these 5 years ain't nothing.
Well, let me ask him this. Whose channel, whose live stream are you watching?
There's a return to the manhood.
All right. So I have, I don't know, about 1,000 videos, 900 videos. I don't know. How long have you been watching this channel?
2 weeks.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks. Okay. So bro, immerse yourself in the videos. I have Patreon joint. I have a channel membership. Immerse yourself in the videos. What I would do if I were you, skip the sex videos and get more to understanding who you are. So that way, when you do deal with women, you're in a better position to have the situation go your way, the way that you want it versus following the woman. Because I'm going to tell you right now, with your frustration, the moment a woman gives you any interest, you're just going to follow her. Period.
Yeah. Because caller, when you called in initially, you made a very serious attachment between getting pussy and happiness. And what you don't want to do is the first time you have sex with a woman, you don't want to all of a sudden decide that you're now happy because of the sex that you just had. And because every decision beyond that is going to be a really bad decision. I think somebody mentioned it earlier that it could get really bad for you very fast if you don't know what you're doing, especially at this age. So be very careful. Get yourself some coaching. Do your due diligence, man. Because if you are associating happiness to sex, that's going to be your first mistake, and it's going to be huge. And you're gonna. And see, and here's the thing with sex. There's a few things in sex that once you make the mistake, you can't reverse it. Right. And I'm talking about, somebody, Jay Roman mentioned STDs, but there's also pregnancy. Right. There's a lot of things. And not to mention dealing with the wrong female. You get your fucking tires slashed, a brick through your window, and any, other shit that could fuck your life up, too. So you really got to be careful, man. There's a lot going on that you need to understand about how your life can change once you start getting sexually active and all that other shit.
And, let me add this, caller, and I'll pass it back to you, caller. Let me just add this real briefly. See, when you're having sex and you're dealing with women when you're younger, you get to go through some of the mistakes that won't come back to haunt you. But the older you get, the more you have to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, you can make mistakes with the exception of the STD and the pregnancy thing. Like that can fuck you up for a minute. But just the mistakes of being pussy whipped and being overly emotional and kind of going through that and getting over that, it's best to make those mistakes at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You don't want to be in your late 20s, early 30s, still making mistakes that you should have made when you were younger, right? And because you're your age and you haven't dealt with women in a certain way, you're going to have to go through it, right? However, because we're here and because this information is here, you don't have to go through it like we went through it, right? But you have to look at the information and not only soak in the information, but you have to apply it. Y'all got it.
Exactly. Hove did that. So hopefully you don't have to go through that. All right, caller. So we appreciate you, man. Take it easy. All right.
Appreciate it. Thank
All
you.
right. This my
I would say
still
for
got two
anybody
free
who's
calls, guys, real quick. We still got 2 free calls, guys. We still have 2 free calls. 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300. 2 free calls. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that for anybody who is in similar shoes, your anger has nothing to do with pussy. Nothing. And like if you don't understand that, you got to sit and think about it. You really got to just sit down and think about it, and like just remove this idea that the pussy or lack of pussy is making me angry, and so remove that part and then say, okay, why am I angry? And really start trying to peel away the layers of that onion until you get to the core of it, and you will discover something profound. I promise you.
And let me say this to you, to your point, Mr. Justin, because if you attach your anger to the sex, you're going to be angry with women. And it's not a woman's fault that your dick is dry.
And that's an even bigger thing.
Yeah, it's not a woman's fault. And for a lot of guys, right? You attach your emotions to the outcome with women. Like if she doesn't like me, it's gonna make me feel away. Or if she rejects me or tell me no, it's gonna make me feel away. So you take it personal, right? Right. I'll give you a prime example. A guy can be walking down the street and say what's up to a dude, and the dude just keep walking, and the guy be like, man, fuck him, to himself. He'll just keep walking. But he won't think no more of it. But if it's a woman he's attracted to and she ignores him, he's thinking about that shit all day. Why didn't she talk to me? I just wanted her name. Right? Guys, for whatever reason, attach emotions to the women that they are attracted to. Stop doing that shit. Yeah, I got it. We got a question here though. Hold on. So he says, how to overcome your insecurities like being short, salary being less, and status is low.
That's a thick question. Because no, I'm serious, because there's it's not just answering. It's not like there's okay, do this thing and then you'll be all right. Because those questions and the insecurities, it's like there's all these threads that go deep inside you. And there's deeper reasons why those things matter, because you can increase your salary. You can't do anything about your height, or you can increase your status and still be filled with these problems. Okay. Exactly. Changing those things doesn't, so it's like trying to change one problem with a different solution. Okay. So like salary being less can solve increasing salary can only solve the salary being less problem. Okay, increasing your status can only solve the status being low problem. Okay, that's not going to intrinsically change the insecurity thing. You change the insecurity problem with dealing with the insecurity issue, and making yourself feel more secure. Right, that has nothing to do with your income. Right, your income problem is a separate problem. Your status is a separate problem. Your insecurity is a separate problem. They're dealt with very specific things. Right? They're not like cross-pollinating, because there's tons of people who they have great salaries, but they're fully insecure. There are people who are very popular who are massively insecure. That makes them want to be more popular and thinking that that'll solve the issue, and it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense for you listeners.
Yes, let me say this real quick. And most of men's insecurities revolve around sex, directly or indirectly. So when we talk about directly, that's like your dick size and whether or not you're pleasing a woman sexually. Indirectly, when I say most of men's insecurities revolve around sex indirectly, I'm talking about this question right here. Because he associated his insecurities to being short, his money, and his status. Why would he be concerned about those things? Because he don't think he can get women. So these things that he's insecure about are directly tied to women. And because it's tied to women, it's indirectly tied to sex, right? So his problem is he thinks his height or his stature is why women don't like him, but I bet you he don't approach them, right? He thinks the amount of money or his status is why he can't get women. And what he doesn't understand, and I know George Washington isn't your real name because you said you were from Asia, right? So why are you using George Washington? I have no idea. But anyway, the problem is you have insecurities related to your desire to want women to be into you. It's not about money. It's not about status. So what you need to do, G. Washington, you need to get some coaching so you can get to the bottom of why you're insecure. And let me just say this real quick, and I'll pass it to y'all. You cannot fuck your insecurities away.
Nope.
Rekka, the guy who called Lucario show and Miles Rekka, he's proof of that. You cannot fuck your insecurities away. It don't matter how many women you fuck. You're still going to be insecure because you're using sex as a way to cover up for something. Mm-hmm. Right? So the mere fact that you're thinking about, I want some pussy, how can I get pussy? Let me get this, and that. You're not fixing the core problem that you have. That is, you don't like yourself. You don't love yourself. You're not proud of yourself. And you don't feel like who you are as currently constructed is something that women will like. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it's from a place of like being enough, which means you're looking at something outside of you as the standard for yourself. Because the truth of the matter is that when you get yourself sorted, and I mean by that is that you change around the self-respect dynamic. You increase your self-respect, you increase your self-love, your self-appreciation, and things like that. At that point, like women and pussy become this like neutral thing. Like they're not good, they're not bad. It's just there. It's just like when you see a squirrel or a cat or something else like out in the environment. It's just like they're not this special, exalted, awesome thing that like does something for you. You know, it just is. Like women are just this organism that are around. They're not special, but they're not dirt. It's just they're this neutral thing. And therefore pussy is a neutral thing. It's not great, it's not terrible, it's just a thing. And so until you get to that position, it's always going to have a sway over you. It's always going to be able to shift and move you from off of your square, or maybe make you sway on your square when it really should do nothing. Like they're really nothing until you have a program and you can make them into something based on the structure that you put them into. You know, like clay. You know, the clay is the thing, or Play-Doh, when we play with Play-Doh and you put it into that shape and then you pull it out and it looks like a little character or something like that. That's the way the women are. It's just Play-Doh. And so it's just, they're neutral things. And they're always going to be special until you are more solid in yourself. Like if you lack self-respect, women are always going to be special to you, like guaranteed.
Yeah, and let me say this. You know, sex to me is like playing paintball. It's a fun thing to do. I'm not emotionally invested in paintball, but when I get a chance, I might throw in the camel joints and go out there and get some bruises and shit from getting hit with paintballs, right? And let me just say this real quick, because we talked about inviting women to the shit you like to do. Real quick, I got a real quick story about paintballing, right? Real quick. Years ago, right? I remember me and a couple of homies, we had went out. This is back when I was in my, I think, late 20s and shit, maybe early 30s. And we went out the night before, we kicked it, and we ended up just crashing at one of the homies' house. And we got up the next morning, it was, you know, a few of the homies, and we were all in the paintball. Like not on some, like we do this shit every weekend, but just we all had done it at various times. So we just had this thought of, let's go play paintball. Just us and the fellas. So one of the guys was like, I need a cheerleader. So he called up his chick and was like, man, I'm gonna need you to come watch me kill these niggas in paintball. So all the niggas that didn't have a girlfriend said, I met this chick last week. Hey, so niggas was calling up chick, and guess what? They were showing up. Chick, that nigga said, now, I'm not recommending y'all do that, right? Don't do that.
Think.
But the point, the point, yeah, the group think. But the point I want to make is even with that, as silly as we were like, come watch us do what we like to do, right? I'm not saying do that, but to your point, groupthink, that they can be exactly that. But even with that, like the silver lining in that is most guys will be like, man, ain't no way no bitch is gonna come watch a bunch of niggas paintball. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. But right. don't do that. I don't recommend. That was some goofy shit that we did, right? I'm just telling y'all that story.
Hey,
y'all go ahead.
Like, Zach, could you post this comment by G. Washington? Sir,
okay,
stop lying.
Where's it at?
Right. He said, Eugene Steele, yes, I like myself very much. Literally, your initial question was how to overcome your insecurities about being short, salary being less, and status being low. Bro, you can't be secure and like yourself very much. It's oil and water. Stop lying. You don't like yourself very much.
It's impossible. There you go.
You wouldn't be on here asking questions if you were feeling secure about yourself?
Right.
I think most people are just lazy. They don't want to do a lot of work to build their confidence and build their own personal identity. They want to have the easiest path to what they really want, and that's to women, right? And that's why some guys work out so they can just look their best. So they don't want to say anything. They don't want to have a personality. They want women to look at them and be like, I'm choosing him. I need to make a whole bunch of money because I don't want to have the type of personality where I need to talk and express myself and say what's up and, have this confidence. I just want to flash money and all this status stuff because I don't want to do all that work. This guy here, what baffled me the most was him putting his height first. Something that
he's most insecure about.
You cannot really change.
Some of you can't
change.
Right?
It just really baffled. Like, you can't change this all too much. Now, I did see a documentary about this guy who changed himself to 6'9", not 6'9". It was 5'9". Yeah, it was 5'9". He was 5'3", I think, or 5'4". And he broke his legs. The doctor, and he had to go in there. It's a year process where they stretched his legs out.
Got to learn how to walk again and everything.
Yeah, he had to learn how to walk again. So he literally said this. He gets to date the type of women that he wanted to date at this height now. And I'm thinking 5'9".
What a fucking loser.
Like, really? Like, you did all this.
That's crazy.
You date a taller woman, and when you could have just dated a taller woman. The thing is, guys don't want to have standards where they'll say, hey, I want the woman that likes me, that really likes me. So if I'm 5'3" and I want to date a 6 feet woman, I'm getting at all the 6 feet women. Yeah, I might get shot down from some, but there's going to be some that date this 5'3" guy. Point blank, because I've seen it happen.
J. Roman.
But nobody wants to go through that because mentally they are weak and they don't want to do the work to get mentally strong, to have the confidence to get that 6 feet woman that they like and walk around and say, yeah, I'm 5'4", she's 6 foot. So what? Right? But there are couples like that we see. And that guy walks in and he tells her, hey, do this, do that. And they're all looking at everybody. Whoa, why did she date him? He's short. She didn't care,
right?
Because he presented this confident person, this dude, where he did the work, where it says, I don't care what you think about me. I know what I think about me, and this is what I'm going after. And I think this is the easiest time to do any work. There's so many people that will help you with your confidence and your depression and all sorts of stuff, right? Mental aspect is like a whole big thing for the last several years. Just do the work. You have coaches online, coaches here. Like, just do the work where you could have a lasting effect. Or go break your legs, bro. Go break your legs and get stretched out.
Yeah, let me add this. I'm 5'9", and I did holler at a WNBA player one time, and she kind of just looked at me, and she laughed. She wasn't with it. But that's besides the point.
Hey, Zach, I dated a WNBA player, and and I'm only 6 foot.
Yeah.
Right. She was legitimately 6'3", and I had one that wasn't an NBA player that was like 6'4". Right? I like tall women.
She was like 6'3", 6'4". I'm like,
we're in the elevator.
Climb your ass. Like, go ahead.
We're in the elevator.
Three, hold on one second. Go ahead. You had to put the elevator story.
Yeah. We're in the elevator, and I look at her, and I say, "How tall?" And she goes, "Oh, 6'3". And I said, "Baby, I got eyes. I can see you. I'm just wondering how tall is the shortest man you ever dated." And she was like, "Oh, 5'3". I said, "Well, I'm way taller than that." So like, and we went from there. But the thing is like it's the way you present yourself. But people are so afraid to build the mentality, because she could have said, "Nah, you too short for me." All right, I'd have hopped out the elevator just the same. All right, cool.
Yep.
All right, build the work. So
313, you are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city, and you taking a free call?
Yeah, free call. My name Ron. I'm in Miami. I'm 40.
All right. Go ahead, Ron. What's on your mind?
I just wanted to see if you guys could give any input on, I'm trying to get into polygyny. I'm trying to do poly. I want like 2-3 chicks at the
Stop
same
right there.
time.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Hold on, caller. Two things. Lucario, bad boy membership. Now, I know some things about dating multiple women, but Lucario, when we talk about poly relationships, like actual relationships, I'm gonna refer you to Lucario, right? Go ahead.
Copy.
But caller, before we get into all the other shit, why do you want that?
I mean, shit. I don't know. I've been
okay.
Hey, like a lot. You were asking me a question and then cut me off. What you want me to do? You want me to answer you or not?
Wait. Now, I asked you a question, and your response was, "Shit." I mean, well,
I had to collect my thoughts. I gotta collect my thoughts so that I can answer you. Like I had to think about what you asked me. Therefore, I can answer you.
Stop. Now, stop. This is what we need to understand. When a man is seeking information, he's doing it with a purpose. Okay? So I need you. Are you really here to learn, or are you here to get agitated when somebody tell you to stop talking? Which one are we doing?
I mean, I would value your input. Pause.
Yeah. You sound you sound like one of these cats who get easily offended if somebody tells you to hold on for a second. Or is that what we're doing, or can we move forward?
Let's move forward. Sir.
All right. Okay. Now, all I'm saying to you is that what you're talking about is not just like going to the store and getting a couple of candy bars. You're talking about a lifestyle change. So I need you to understand the seriousness of what you're talking about. So if you don't have an answer to my question, if you're still talking about, well, I mean, shit, like, if you answering a question like that, then there's a lot more work we need to do than just hollering at a couple of bitches and trying to get them on the roster, bro. You see what I'm saying to you?
Copy.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you the question again. Why do you want multiple women in your life?
Well, that's a different question.
I mean, shit, like, but for real, all jokes aside, I really feel like
that
multiple. Here we go. Stop again. You stopping me?
No, you good. You good. No, you good. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. I truly
what's going on here?
Having multiple women in my life will add value to my life. I think that also it's several reasons.
Stop again. Stop again. Yeah. It's like that.
I can't answer you, bro. You stop me before I can really get into
listen, brother. You got to understand something. You called 4 grown ass men. Okay. When you say bullshit, I got to stop you. Listen to what you just said. You said you feel. That's your first strike right there. A man don't feel. He either thinks or he knows. Okay, that's number one. Now you said you feel, and then after that you said I feel like having multiple women would bring more value to my life, my brother. The thing you need to understand is that
the horn button.
Exactly right. Wait, brother. Wait.
That's all I'm asking,
wait.
Can I
Let me. No, you cannot. Caller. Again, if you say bullshit, I got
y'all do this to every single caller. Y'all don't let nobody talk.
What's his name? What's his name?
Look,
Caller. My name is Caller.
Yeah, that's his name. It doesn't matter what his fucking name is.
Call me Caller.
Okay.
I got a question. 40 Frank. That's him.
I just jumped in here, and I was just shocked because do you think that we haven't heard the reasons on why people want to do poly?
You laugh like a little ass girl. Listen, you ask me my name.
So you're not here to learn. You're not here to learn. You're here to be combative.
Who's laughing?
It's like you call.
No.
You ask me my
you're
name.
Here to be combative. I'm gonna hang up the phone. I'm gonna hang up the phone. I'm gonna hang up the phone, and we'll answer your question without you being on the call.
You didn't even answer my question. So all right.
Okay. So we good, Miles?
Is he gone?
Yeah, I let him. Let him go. But I think we can still answer his question.
Right. So there's a huge difference, okay, between wanting multiple women and being in a polyamory or a poly relationship.
Right.
poly is an entire lifestyle. Okay, there are communities, multiple communities, like online in real life, that have been built up over years. This thing is a real thing. This is like somebody saying like in my lifestyle, okay, and saying like, hey, I just want to like get into like doing something like what you're doing.
Right.
It's not something you just like casually walk into. Okay,
Nope.
these are entire cultures. This is a subculture that has like developed like societies and rules and like unspoken social contracts and all sorts of shit. There's literature about this stuff. Like, you can't just be like, hey, I want to like fuck multiple bitches. Let's just get into some poly. Like, that's not it. Like, you can have a roster, you can fuck multiple women. That's not poly. Okay. That poly is a lifestyle and it's an entire subculture. So if you haven't done any research into it, you don't know anything about it, you don't know anyone who's in it, you're on the way outside. You are completely ignorant to the whole thing, and you probably don't even want that thing if you were to know about it.
Right.
So I would say that like it's fine if you just want to fuck multiple women, that's great. But my question is if you want multiple women, do you or have you have just a single woman who is devoted to you?
Yeah,
if you can't cultivate that, if you can't cultivate a single woman who is waiting on her hands and knees for you, then you have no business trying to do this with multiples.
Okay,
you will
let me
fall
add this.
flat on your face.
Yeah, let me add this real quick, and to all you guys' point, when you start talking about poly and shit like that, a lot of you guys from the outside looking in, you think it would be cool to have like two chicks living with you, or maybe you have a chick who's your wife and another chick who's your girlfriend. To your point, Mr. Justin, a lot of you guys can't even manage one woman in a casual situation, let alone, I don't think guys understand dealing with one woman in a long-term relationship or marriage is too much of a task for the average man.
Mm-hmm.
The average man can't even do it, right? But not only that, dealing with women on your terms, where they're following you. Most guys can't get one woman, and you think you're gonna get two?
Right,
guys. I don't think guys understand the undertaking and what kind of man you have to be for multiple women to say, I want to follow him, knowing that you're dealing with another woman. Because see, here's the thing. If you're talking about casual dating, like a woman, or you and a woman are fucking, and y'all just fucking, and she knows you're fucking other chicks, most women can deal with that. What most women will not do is deal with a man seriously who don't know what he's doing with them, talking about he wants to invite other women into the situation. She looking at you like, ain't no fucking way. Real quick, I had a client who tried to do poly, blew up in his face. He lost all the girls. All the girls bounced, right? And he got one of the chicks pregnant. She took the baby and dipped and basically cut him out the child's life and everything because he was trying to do the poly shit. And the chicks weren't following him. The chicks was basically like, we're not letting you lead this because we don't. Guys, when you try to do poly shit and you're dealing with women who don't trust your leadership, one of two things is going to happen. Either they're not going to do it with you, or even if they agree to do it, they're going to be reluctant, and then they're going to try to take control of it because they don't trust you leading. Guys, women do not want to be in a relationship with a man who don't know how to lead because they are in danger. Like, and I'm not talking about physical danger. I'm talking about mental, emotional, financial, spiritual. It's a large undertaking for women to get into a relationship with you, knowing you are in a full-blown relationship with another woman, or that you could be. Y'all got it.
I want to address what the caller said when he said, I feel like multiple women would add value to my life. The reason why I had to stop him, and the reason why I need him to understand why that's bullshit, is because nothing can add value to your life except you. Nothing. Until you understand your masculine identity, until you understand what you want and the reason behind why you want it, or at least your intentions or whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever your purpose is behind wanting something, until you fully understand that, there's no way you can just assume that having multiple females in your life is going to bring value to your life. You understand? And ultimately, I'm of the understanding that I'm looking at bringing, if I say I want multiple women in my life, it's because I want to bring value to their life. You understand? Because I'm the man, I'm the leader. So if they're gonna follow me, if I'm gonna lead them, if everything's gonna work the way it's supposed to, I'm supposed to be bringing the value into their life. I'm not sitting here wishing or feeling, oh yeah, I want to have a bunch of women in my life because I think having women in my life will bring value to my life. Like, I'm not looking for anything external to bring value into my life. The only thing that could, and here's the thing, I can't bring value to my life. I have to create value in my life. And that's what the caller couldn't understand. And that's the reason why I had to cancel the call, because it was only going to get worse. Like, because he was getting agitated. And again, I'm not going to let you continue on down the path that you're going without correcting you. If you call in for help, if you call in for guidance and direction, that's what you're going to get. But if you were just here to hear yourself talk, I'm not going to let it happen.
You know what's crazy is I know since the rise of Instagram, they show all these little snippets and little comments about poly and the poly world, and it looks very attractive to a lot of different people, but there's a lot of work that's involved in that, and I don't think that most gentlemen think about that type of work and putting that all together. Long time ago, before, I'm talking about, it's had to be like 20 years ago, I went to school in college, and he had a poly relationship, a friend of mine's, and one day he was complaining because, you know, in his mind, he thought that there would be no day off, right? But until their periods synced up, and their periods is on the same week, because if women are living together, sooner or later their periods will sync up and be on the same week.
Mm-hmm.
And he was upset because he was like, man, you know, I'm up here, got them all in my house and stuff, and take care of everything, and you know, ain't supposed to have a day off. I got 2 women. Well, they synced up. I don't think people understand the type of stuff that's involved with more children and more resources and more things you need and all this stuff. They just look at the fun aspect. And I think that's a great thing that Justin said. There's a difference between multiple women and poly, because that is a sort of structure that you have to take care of. I'm going to be straight up with this 40-year-old. You can't do it. And there's one simple fact. If you can't take 4 people on a show that you called in, pausing your sentence, because we know pretty much the rest of what you're going to say.
Right.
You can't take multiple women. Plain and simple.
You can't
take multiple women to sit and tell them both, hey, sit down. This is what we're doing. I don't care about your little sad face, your fat face. This is what you're going to take care of. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Let me say this.
Agitated just from that shit. Like,
and when you got agitated, you got immature.
Exactly.
Because now you talk about people laughing like I didn't hear anybody laugh and all sorts.
I didn't hear nobody laughing.
So,
I don't know what he was
yeah. So my thing is that understand something. There's a difference between looking at something and thinking, I wonder about that. Well, if you have that curiosity, then you should investigate it completely.
Tell me he's calling back.
Nah. This is somebody else. This is somebody else.
Oh no, this is not him.
This is somebody else. But wait, Kay, did you have something to say real quick before we get to the call?
No, I'll wait until after the caller. Y'all got it.
Okay, all right. 216. You are live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. Are you taking a free call?
Name is Trent Darby, city, Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. How old are you?
32. No, it's 33. My birthday is on the 26th.
Okay, and you taking a free call, I'm assuming?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So what's on your mind there?
I have a question as far as working in a social environment where there's a lot of women that are highly attracted to you. I have a situation that comes up every once in a while where I have a male friend. We good, we cool, but your female is pressing up on me and she's trying to be cool about it. Like, I need to know amongst all these men with all this experience, with all this history, me just stepping in here feeling myself and coming into my prime, I need to know how to handle this respectfully.
Okay.
Because I don't want to cause.
Hold on, caller. Wait a minute. Are you talking about one of your friends, like their girlfriends or wives, is trying to get at you?
Girlfriends, yes.
Okay. All right. Just ignore that shit. Now, are they saying anything to you where they're literally trying to offer the pussy to you? What are they doing exactly? I'm curious.
Right.
It's a problem. I'm like, this icon.
Oh, no, bro, real quick, caller, real quick. Okay, because you said the girls is pressing up on you. What are they doing exactly for you to get this feeling that you're having?
What does it pressing up mean?
Oh, I ran a test. I wanted to run a Lucario. I showed up.
Well, stop. Are you trying to run a test on other people's girls? Is that what you did?
Oh no, nah.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
That's all I was doing. I was just making sure my appearance was absolutely 100% every single time I walked in that bitch. That's all.
Okay, no, but what happened though?
First off, I never knew that they were in a situation. We were having conversations, so it looked like I was doing something that I wasn't. In reality, I was just doing reconnaissance.
Bro, I need you to be a little more descriptive as to what you're talking about. What happened?
I'm sorry. I was at work. I'm working at Design, and I have the situation where I have been demoted, but I still feel a significant amount of power to have whatever I want.
Okay,
so
bro. Okay, caller. You said women were pressing up on you. Can you tell us exactly what happened to give you that notion that a woman was pressing up on you? Get to that.
Oh, she walked up directly to me. We have a conversation, and how the conversation is unfolding. Like, the first thing that's coming to, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to come over here because ABC 1, 2, 3.
Fam, my brother. What did the woman say to you exactly to make you think she's pressing up on you? Get to that. Right now.
This is really foggy. This whole story is very foggy.
This is foggy.
Oh, I apologize for the fogginess. I'm
starting to sound like Dirty Mac to me.
You a significant amount of information. When that person walks up to me and tells me that they're utilizing this opportunity to make sure that they're gaining space to separate themselves from another man that is hitting up on them, and we're going through processes of conversation. Yeah, that's all that.
Wait. She just said that she's coming over to you to create space from another guy who's hitting on her that she don't like.
Exactly.
So basically she's just using you as a buffer.
Yeah.
So what in that tells me that she's trying to fuck you?
This is why. Because I was like, look, you can't come in here with a ski mask on. It's gonna look crazy. You switched up your hair exactly within the conversation based upon what we was talking about. I really was like, I peeped that.
Hold on a second. Gentlemen, I'm going to have to leave in a minute.
Interpreter.
But I'm gonna tell you this. You said this lady is one of your friend's girls, right?
Yes.
Okay, her girl. Okay, from that alone, nothing should happen.
Thank you.
There's enough women in this world where you don't need your buddy's girl to be getting at you, being in proximity with you, anything like that, with your mind thinking, what should I do? You should already know as a principled man that, ain't nothing could happen. I don't care if I don't really know you, but if I just met you, there's no way I'm talking to your girl. If I am talking to a girl and she introduces me to her boyfriend, we are done. Once I know that man, I'm done.
Right.
There's nothing. There's enough women in this world for me not to mess with anybody else's woman. Period.
This guy's attracted to her and he's making shit up. Period.
Yeah. My thing is, are you principled or not? Are you a man or not?
Absolutely principled.
Okay, so then I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with my homie. Like,
I did not know the quality of the relationship.
I don't care the quality of the relationship. They could be arguing for the last year.
Why does
I am a man?
Call her. Why does the quality of the relationship matter? You knew that was his girl, yes or no?
No, I didn't. Honestly, I did not know. I swear to God.
Wait, time out. Call her.
No. Hold on, Zach. Because I gotta go. I'm calling BS, right? Because you called us thinking about it. My thing is, as soon as I find out, it's done. and I'm calling him and saying, this is who I talk to. I just found out it's your girl. Is this your girl for real?
That part, I promise.
Okay, then this is what happened.
To make sure that I did everything right on my side. I wanted to make sure I got your.
Okay, caller, let me ask you a question.
Nah, man, you trying to fuck his
Let
girl,
me ask you
man.
a
And I
question.
feel it. I feel what you're saying, dog.
Remember, I'm not pressing up on her.
Hold on,
It's just a nice conversation. I move on.
Caller, listen, because y'all niggas be calling up just to hear yourselves talk. Listen, is this your boy or a coworker guy that you cool with?
No, that's my boy. I swear. Hey.
Okay, so if it's your boy, how do you not know that's his girlfriend? Or is that his girlfriend or a chick he's just fucking at work?
Name. I promise. He never told me her name. I don't. When I see him, I don't see her.
No, listen to me. Listen to me.
When I'm going through reconnaissance.
Listen to me. Is that his girlfriend or a chick he's just fucking?
Ask the question again, Zach. I don't think he heard you.
Is that his girlfriend? Like, are they in a full-blown monogamous, sexually exclusive relationship, or is that a woman he's just fucking that he's fond of?
See, that is where the confusion is.
It ain't confused to me. I don't care.
If there's any confusion, you shouldn't be doing anything. Like, no man should be stepping towards a situation being like, I don't understand that, but I'm going to continue moving forward. Like that's just not clear thinking.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm totally, and my boys know. If you are talking to this girl, I have no interest for her. That is it. I don't. There's done. It's done. There's enough women in this world. I am not desperate for your interest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to get one up on you and walk around and be like, hey, man, you know that girl you was talking to? Oh, I had her last night. I don't play those games.
Let me ask this.
I don't play those games. And because the reason why is because I don't want that girl ever to try to use any situation to get up on either one of us.
Right.
I'm not the guy in the barbecue that's talking to your woman in the kitchen and laughing and making her laugh and have a good time. I'm grabbing my drink and I'm walking out.
Yeah. Let me add this. So the caller said something. Caller, you said something and it just hit me. You said you was talking to the chick about the nature of her situation with your dude. You don't talk to the woman about the nature. You talk to the guy.
I never talked about the nature of the relationship.
What did you talk about?
I talked to my boy and said, like, yo, I peep ABC 123 just to let you know I'm not trying to do anything. Because in that environment, I'm always target number. When somebody see me talking to somebody, the assumption is crazy. And now we got this energy.
Okay, caller, cool. So once you cleared the situation up with your boy, then there should be no issue at this point, right?
I know where to come home to make sure I did everything right. And I'm making sure when I'm talking to these veterans, all of you men at the podium, I'm just making sure I did everything on my side correct.
Is there funk with you and your boy? Is there tension between you and your boy right now?
Hell no, absolutely not. No.
Okay,
then fine.
Then that's it.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, caller. You're good. So yeah, the bottom line is once you find out that was his chick, even if it's just a chick that he's fucking, you good. Just leave it alone. You understand? Just leave it alone. That's
there
it.
You go.
It shouldn't even be. It should. And this is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know it sounds crazy.
You called
like I'm a wild nigga.
Normally, when people do stuff that is right, they don't have to second guess it. so there's something in your mind.
He's thinking about hitting that.
Yeah, there's something in your mind that's like, well, so
I'm like, it's these eye contacts. I'm like,
that's right there. Right there.
So wait. I got a question. I got a question.
I'm like, you looking at me like a piece of meat.
I got a question. Nah, you expose it, Jay. I got a question, and then I got to bounce. But how much time has gone between this call and when that instance happened? Or no. Between this call and when you found out that girl was his girl.
Between this call and when you found out that the girl was his girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be. I want to comfortably say a month.
See?
So you've been thinking. About this girl for a month because you said there was no tension. No, because you said there was no tension between you and your friend. Wait, hold up, caller. You said there was no tension between you and your friend. So that means you've been thinking about this chick for a month, man.
I'm not thinking about it like that, though.
Yes, you are. You called up about
it.
Yeah,
It was
dog.
enough to call up the show
a month later.
Yo, a month later.
Why the fuck y'all niggas love to lie so much? Like,
You're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're just lying to yourself because really,
I never said that I don't like pussy. I just don't want to.
My G, listen.
No. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Caller, stop. It's been 30 days since you found out that this was this nigga's girl, and you still thinking about it enough to call us today, homie. What are you saying? Are you a man or not? Are you a little boy? What are you doing?
And this is after doing the right thing. You call it after doing the right thing.
So caller, this is what's happening, and we all caught onto it. You really want to fuck this chick, and you're finding out a way to clear your conscience to fuck her. That's all you're doing.
Hey, listen, real quick, fellas. I appreciate you having me on. I gotta bounce.
Okay,
to get to. So yeah, I appreciate Zach having me on. Jay, Miles, good to see you, fellas.
Yes, sir.
You guys have a wonderful Saturday, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right.
All right, peace.
All right, take it easy.
I'm about to bounce too, but I believe you with this caller. I'm telling you right now, there's enough women not to be messing with your partner. We got to start having some principles about ourselves. Now, I will tell you like this: I ain't no saint. Now, I didn't tuck some people in, but as soon as I know your dude's name and I know him, this is done. This is done. You know that's your partner. You know that's his girl. Why are you thinking about it a month later, bro? When you did the right thing.
I want to be cussed out. I want to call it. I want you to cuss me out.
Caller. This is what you need to ask yourself. Caller,
I'm out, gentlemen. I'm out.
All right, Jay.
We're going to finish it up with this because we're about to be out too. So, caller, and this is for every guy that's listening. Hold on, did he leave? Okay. All right, cool. This is for every guy that's listening. Ask yourself this question. If I fuck this chick, how messy can my world get? And if your world can get messy, if things can happen with relationships because you fucking this chick, just don't do it.
Just don't do it, yeah.
Don't do it.
Or better yet, put yourself in his shoes.
There you go.
Would you want your nigga fucking your girl? Like, period. Like, come on, my nigga. What are you doing?
Not all pussy is good pussy. It's okay to walk away.
It don't matter how she looking at you. She's a goddamn woman.
Exactly.
She's a fucking woman. And sometimes these chicks fuck around and do shit just to cause problems between niggas, bro. You know that. Don't be an idiot, bro.
And not only that, Miles, she'll fuck this nigga, get mad at the other nigga and say, that's why I fucked your friend.
Yeah.
So we'll do shit like that. Don't do it.
Now, I will say this.
That part, like, I was still naive to.
Caller. Here's the only exception I'll give you is if you and your homie got that type of relationship where it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. That type.
That's the only other way.
If you and your boy get down on the train tracks and shit, if you know what I'm saying, if
y'all share women,
then I would holler at him and be like, yo, listen, homie, let me tell you something. Your girl keep looking at me like I'm a piece of fucking meat, man. Let's get this, this train popping. Look, you could be the conductor and I'll be the co-conductor, nigga.
Or the caboose, bringing up the rear for the girl.
Bring it up you know what I'm saying? If you have that type of relationship with your homie, that's the only other way. But if you know you and your man are just regular, like y'all just regular, straight laced dudes or whatever, leave that shit alone. You know that's your man's girl. Keep that shit moving. Because let me tell you something. Chicks love attention. You know this, bro. If you fuck with women, you know chicks love attention. So she'll look at you like that just to see if you flinch, nigga. And sometimes chicks be testing niggas out just to go back and tell a man, like, I don't think you should trust that nigga.
That's facts. That's facts.
Come on, man. Like, nigga, be principled, and when you know you supposed to turn the switch off, turn it the fuck off, and that's that.
Gosh.
Come on, man. You get ready to fuck your life up. Yo, you know how many stories you hear in the news? Murder, suicide, or crime of passion and all that other niggas getting shot in the fucking head over some pussy and it. Come on, bro. Stop playing around, man.
Yes, sir.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it, caller. Just go ahead and move away from that. And I know what it is, caller. What it is you think she's showing obvious signs of sexual interest, and you're like, I don't want to let this go because I think I can hit it.
Right.
Bro, let it go.
Let it go.
I'm not even trying. That's why I'm here. Please, Jesus Christ. Like, this is me showing up to church. Please forgive me for all my sins, God. The Father of the games is here. I do not want to sin.
Okay.
That is why I'm here.
I
If
appreciate
Miles
you,
has
man.
to come through the phone and smack me up, I don't care. Go to the
And caller, I appreciate you using us as your conscience. We're that motherfucker on your shoulder.
Yep.
See, your dick is on one shoulder, but like, fuck that friendship. We're on the other shoulder, like, nigga, don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, caller, we're gonna let you go, man, because we on OT, man. So take it easy, all right?
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right, take it easy. Yeah, man. That bro, he making shit up. He talking about, oh, she came over here, said she want to come talk to me, so to get away from the other nigga that's trying to talk to her that she don't like. Nigga, you're a buffer. There's nothing in that says she actually wants to fuck you, nigga.
Exactly. And what's so fucked up, he was gonna jump out the window and say some shit that was gonna get back to his boy, and he never would have smashed. You know what I'm saying? And you fucking up a friendship just based on the chick because you think she wants you. Like,
right. Hey, listen, before we get off, I just want to give you praise, give you your cigars for getting your shit together and getting like, this was one of the best shows that you've ever done. You understand? Simply because the equipment is working like it should, man. So I appreciate you for taking the steps to get everything set up on your end so we could actually have a good show with decent audio and no lags, bro. Appreciate you.
Hey, and real quick, we're not gonna talk about behind the scenes, but shout out to Miles, you know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, when you rock together, sometimes you just want to make sure the other one is on point. So I appreciate you behind the scenes, you know, getting at a brother, making sure that we can keep this shit going into the future with it. So I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, making sure that I'm accountable for making sure that we got a good show. You know what I'm saying?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So where can they catch you at, my brother?
Oh, yes. Cunningham Elements, guys. I got 5 jars of shea butter left, and it's some of my best work. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I be in the kitchen making it real silky smooth. And so it's 5 jars left. So go to Cunningham Elements, make your order, because shea butter season is almost over, and we're not going to get back to shea butter until like October when it gets cold again. So I appreciate every last one of y'all. Make sure y'all also go to CunninghamElements.com. Make sure you go to MasculineIdentityMembership.com and sign up for the membership, man. We got some great things going on over there with the Monday night Zoom calls. And also go to shoplucario.com and stay tuned for Lucario. He's going live at around 4:30 this afternoon. So make sure you check with him. And of course, tomorrow is Real Game, No Theory. Shout out to 1950. Steve the Dean, he was in the chat earlier. And of course, K-Zag, Lucario, and myself, we're going to be out there doing the thing. So make sure exactly, Frankie Shy. Appreciate you, man. Real Game, No Theory tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. So make sure you check us out.
Real quick, appreciate you, my brother, for coming through, and also for for the back end shit. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Nah, real talk.
So guys, on the way out, like, share, subscribe. Tomorrow, Real Game, No Theory, 11 Central, 12 Eastern. We out. Peace.